welcome back to the shop. I'm Susan, and I'm back in the shop today to show you how to use a couple of the new features in xTool's Creative Space. These features will help you save time and increase your productivity. Which features am I talking about? Well, the new Canvas feature and Easy Set Library. I spend so much of my time setting up new projects, and these two items have been a game changer for me. So if you're interested in learning more about these two features, then stick around and let's get started.
So as you can see, I currently have xTool's Creative Space open on my desktop. I am currently working with version 2.2.3 of the XCS software. We've always had the ability to utilize different colored layers within our projects. As you can see on the screen, I have 3 different colored layers. One is red, one is black, and one is blue. And that allows you to save pieces of your project to different layers for cutting, scoring, whatever you want to do. And I utilize it, I don't know about you, but I utilize this feature all the time within my projects. My red layer is always my score layer. My black layer is always what I engrave, and my blue layer is what I cut, which works out really well for a lot of my projects. But for this project, let me flip over to the other tab. As you can see, I do staining within this project and I do painting. So I need the ability to have layers based on what I'm painting and staining, not just what I'm cutting, scoring, or engraving. So because I like to paint my wood or stain it prior to cutting and engraving on it. So with the new feature within Creative Space, you can save things to multiple canvases so that it makes it a little bit easier for you to separate your project and work on it. So I'm going to show you how to do that today. Up here on the top row, you'll see the word Canvas 1. If I click on that, it will open up the canvas and show me currently everything that's on Canvas 1, which is the same thing that you normally see when working with an XCS. But with Canvas up here, you can add multiple canvases as easily as clicking this plus icon. And then we can come up here and separate our project out. Now this back layer is going to be stained as well as this front layer. So I would like these two to be on the same piece of wood. This layer is not going to have any paint or stain on it whatsoever until it's cut, and then I will paint the star on it. The pieces over here, I like to paint white. The hat, it's a Santa's hat, so it needs to be red. And then he has the little nose, which you can do a beige or however. So to me, there's several different layers. And it's as easy as moving the different items to different canvases to separate your project out by the pieces of wood that will be painted different colors or stained. So let me show you how to do that. As I said, this item and this item will be on the same layer, or this one will be on a different layer. So I'm going to click off where I've highlighted everything. I'm going to highlight this item right here. I'm going to do a simple cut. I'm going to click on this Canvas 2 and do a paste. And as you can see, this is now the only item on Canvas 2. And then I will come over here to Canvas 1, and I want another layer. So it's simple as hitting the plus sign, coming back to the canvas number 1 and clicking on all the items that I want to be white. These are the items that I'm going to paint the wood prior to cutting them, and I want them all to be white. For his beard and the bumble on his hat and his mustache, as well as the brim of his hat. So we're going to do a Control-C for copy, and then we're going to click on canvas number 3 and do a Control-V for paste. And as you can see, these are now about on the third canvas. So I'll come back up to the first canvas. This is the only item that's going to be red. So let me get another canvas by clicking the plus sign, coming back over here and clicking on Control C and Control V. And it's simple as that. We're starting to divide up the layers by different types of wood that you might be using. And you can separate these however you want. That makes sense by however you're painting and staining. Because with many of us, when we do multiple projects, you know, especially during like a Christmas rush season, we need to be able to paint an entire piece of wood and cut out a bunch of hats. And paint another piece of wood and cut out all the beards and mustaches and stuff. So it just makes it a lot easier to work through these types of projects. So that's how easy it is to use Canvas, these new canvases. And you can come into this canvas, you can take and now highlight all of them, and you can do copy paste, and you can make multiples on this canvas. So like I said, when you have a lot of projects to do, you can fill your canvas with these items, move them around however they fit better, and you've now utilized your time a lot better and utilized your machine time a lot better. So let's come back up here. You're now back on canvas 1. Now another thing you can do is you can leave everything on canvas 1 and you can add another canvas and start moving the items here. So you have one canvas with everything is on it, and then you can utilize other canvases to divide your items up. So you come down here. So you take and copy this item. Oops, didn't want the little piece, sorry. Copy that, and then we'll come down here and do a paste. And come up here, copy this item, do a copy, and then paste this back down here. The other thing you can do with your multiple canvas layers is you'll notice that on canvas 1, there is a red layer, a black layer, and a blue layer that helps you, like I said before, separate your items by what you're going to cut, what you're going to score, and what you're going to engrave. And you can go to each one of these canvases and you'll notice that there are different colored layers for each canvas. Some may have just black, some may have just blue. So like this one, it's only blue because everything on here is going to cut. Another thing that will help you to organize your items better is you can click on here, you can double click on here and add a name to it. This is layer 1. You can call it whatever you want, and that also helps you to figure out and organize your items better. So you can go straight to that, because when you click on a certain layer, that's the layer you're working on at the time when you're doing your processing. It's not going to just cut every single layer. It's going to cut whatever layer that you're working on one at a time. So that makes things a lot easier for you, like I said, when you're trying to work with different types of woods or different painted woods, stained woods, and it just makes it more efficient for you to process your projects. Now, another nice feature that xTool has added to Creative Space is a new Easy Set library. This was put into place to help you when you're using a new type of material. In the past, we've had to do a lot of material test arrays for engraves and scores and cuts on any type of new material that you use. Now, I'm not saying that you don't want to do that, but xTool is trying to make it a little bit easier for us to do new projects on new types of material. It's very easy to access this. When you click on a piece of material, I can go up here to User Defined Material, and you can select through popular ones or recommended things. You can do a 3mm basswood, corrugated, something that you see on here. If you don't see a product that you want to use, you can come down here to More xTool Materials. You can select by the machine that you have. I'm currently using my S1. And then you can come down here and look at the different types of material that they have. They have 1/8 inch bamboo, varnished beechwood, walnut wood, cork, plywood. I'm going to select a poplar. Now, as you can see, I've already selected the machine model that I have, which is an S1. Now all I need to do is set my laser power to what type of laser I'm going to be using, whether it's a 10 watt, a 20 watt, 40 watt, or the 2 watt infrared laser. Well, I'm working with a diode laser today, so those are the 10, 20, and 40 watt lasers. And I have a 40 watt laser on my current S1. I'm going to be processing on the base plate. And the processing type that I'm going to do, you can select cut, score, engrave, or as you can see, a bitmap engrave is grayed out right now, so that's not something we can select. I am actually going to be doing a cut, so I will click on cut, and then I will come down here, and what they recommend for an S1 40 watt laser doing a cut with a poplar type of plywood is a 90% power and a speed of 10. Again, see, they are showing you that it's a blue lighter, the diode laser. It's processing from the base plate. It's going to have a cut, and they're going to have a pass of 1. So this is going to give you a starting point, or actually probably a good cut for the type of wood if you're using a poplar piece of plywood. Now, if you're using xTool's products, these are going to be spot on as far as your power and speed that you're going to use. If you're using wood from your local big box store, this will give you a good starting point to test out to see if it will cut through the wood that you have. Now that you have chosen your type of plywood and the settings, you can open in XCS. Okay, so now this has added the settings that we just chosen to the poplar wood tab. So all we need to do is come up here to user defined material, click on poplar plywood, and confirm. So as you can see, it's added the settings that were chosen for the poplar plywood by xTool: 90% power, speed of 10, and a pass of 1. And you are ready to process. The next things you would do is set your distance and position your item where you want on your S1 and process. And it's that simple. As you can see, this feature will save you a lot of time when trying to do material test arrays for every new product that you have. Saves you time is money when you're trying to run a business. So to me, this is a nice feature. It gives me a lot of different items, because I know we just went into the wood items, but like I said, there's over 540 different types of materials under this setting. There's woods, there's materials, there's cork, there's acrylics. So there's a lot of parameters out there that you can use for your projects and save yourself a lot of time. Well, I hope that this video has helped you better. Understand how to use the new Canvas feature and EasySet library. I think these are really nice features that xTool has created in their newer version of Creative Space, and they have been a game changer for me this past holiday season in trying to get all of my orders done more quickly and efficiently. So I hope that you liked the video, and as always, you are welcome back at the shop anytime. Have a great day.